Hello, this is Professor Kim Nelson with the Jewelry Design Department at the Fashion Institute of Technology. This is a tutorial or demo for JD139 Jewelry Ideation. The topic of this tutorial is to walk you through the very basics of orthographic projection and fundamental drafting. This is just following up on the demonstration I did in class last week. We're going to draw the pyramid, five-sided pyramid. Here's the object right here. Okay. So we're going to draw that object using drafting tools. First thing I'm going to need to do is to divide this curve, this circle, into 5 segments so that I can make a pentagon. And then go ahead and draw that pentagon. And I will place a point at the center, a mark if I were using a pencil. So that I have what I need to begin drawing the top view of that pyramid, the view we would have looking straight down upon it. Okay. Going to finish the top view drawing. By just making the lines that demarcate the planes of the pyramid. And now I've drawn the top view. Okay. I picked the top view because it had the most important information for me, the shape and division of planes. Now I'm going to draw the front and back views of my pyramid. Okay, so this curve, it's important as you're drawing to understand what the lines you've drawn represent. In the top view represents the base of my pyramid. Okay, so I want to have that same curve, or the same information, I should say, in the front and back views. Everything I draw in green will be a construction line. So I'm going to bring a construction line down here a ways. I know my pyramid is 16.95 millimeters tall. So as long as I'm taller than that, or farther away than that, I'm okay. Going to carry another one up here. So this information and this information are the same as that piece of information, only this is from the front and this is from the back. The next piece of information I need to have is that 16.95 millimeter distance. So using a ruler, I would tick off on my paper 16.95 millimeters. And I would do it for both the front and back views. construction line. It is normal or typical to have a construction line that bisects down the middle of your top view, going both horizontal and vertically. Take one construction line out and grab this corner. Take another construction line out and grab that corner. That gives me the width at the base, the widest point, carried both down to the front view and back behind and up to the back view. Now I will draw the profile of my pyramid. I'll go ahead and draw both the front and back view. I can delete or erase my construction lines if I desire and clean up my drawing. And go ahead and put in the finished line work for the base. So these three lines indicate the same information, the base of my pyramid, only from different viewpoint. This is from the front, this is from the back. Okay? The next piece of information that I need to bring into this front and this back view are the additional corners or planes. For the front view, there's only one, and that's right down the center, which is the same as my construction line. So I'll just go ahead and take my softer pencil, where I'm drawing this traditionally, and make that a finished drawing line. And that actually completes this view. Okay. I need the same information to come into the back view. Here I have one corner. Remember, in a technical drawing, the only information you can carry are edges and corners. We had only one corner that we hadn't already picked. We can't see these corners from the front. Okay? If we're in the front view, those corners aren't visible. Only that corner is. To see the other corners, we'd have to come to the back. And in the back view, that center corner, center midline crease that we have in the front doesn't exist. We need different information from the back. We need these two corners. So I'm going to take my construction line and I'm going to carry that information with my triangle or ruler straight down I already have this corner. That corner is the full width. And once again, that's the only other corner I can see from the back. I'm going to take this corner and that corner. And this gives me the information I need at the baseline. Because remember, this line and this line depict or represent the base of my pyramid. So I need to know where this corner is at the base, which is right here. And where this corner is at the base, which is right here. Take my ruler. draw those two creases, corners, for my pyramid. And now you can see that does accurately represent the back of my pyramid. That represents the front. Okay. Now I need to carry that information into the side view, the right view. Now, I'm not going to draw the left view, because if you look at the information on the side, it's identical to the information on the left. I don't need to draw two views that are the same for a symmetrical object. I'm going to begin this side view the same way I made the drawing for the other two. I need to draw a line that represents the ground plane. Okay? Once again, the only real criteria is to make sure that it's far enough away that the point, which is at 16.95 millimeters, doesn't run into my other drawing. So I can just draw a line out here. If I want to be tidy about it, and I want to make sure it stays about the same distance, I can use my compass, put my point in the center, and where, this should be a construction line, sorry, where this intersects here, I can make another construction line for the base of my object from the right. And once again, this line represents the base, just as this line does here. Okay? Now, I have an elevation that is 16.95 millimeters, and I can just measure that with my ruler and draw my point. I can do that. But this is a good opportunity to discuss how to do break line. Break line is a 45-degree angle line that you use to carry information around a drawing from the front or top. From the front or back into the side view, and vice versa, to carry information from the side view, if you need to, back into the front or back views. The way you make the break line is you find two lines in your drawing that represent the same information. Right now, the only line we have that qualifies is the line that represents the base. We've drawn the base from the side, and we have the base from the front. Okay? So having that, I'll go ahead and extend this line over to where these two will intersect. Okay? Having that, I now have the point of conjunction where these two meet. That's where I will begin my 45-degree angle break line. So I'll come from here using a 45-degree triangle laid out on either one of these lines for the base. And carry in my 45-degree. Now that I have my 45-degree angle break line, I can bring a construction line around my drawing over from the front view to where it runs into that break line, and then running parallel to the baseline in the right view. And I apologize if that sound is coming through loud and clear. Of course, it's a beautiful fall day, and my neighbors have decided to run lawn equipment right outside my window. So, not much I can do about that. Hopefully my voice is carrying over the top of that. If not, watch the video. So, this allows me to bring the information of the elevation line, of the elevation of my pyramid, around to the side view. I need to now take a construction line. Once again, I'm only picking corners that I can see from that, or edges that I can see from that view. I can see this corner. And I can see this corner. Right? I can't see these two. These two corners don't exist from this view. Right? I can see this side, and this seam which I have not drawn yet. And it would be identical to this side. But I can't see anything across the pyramid. I can only see what I can see from that perspective, from that view. Using a ruler, I'll go ahead and draw the profile of my pyramid. Now, the only thing I'm missing is this corner right here, and that corner where it meets the baseline, because remember, this line represents this line. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and clean my drawing up a little bit. And make that a full drawing line so you can see it clearly, that is the base. So I need this piece of information brought down from this baseline to this baseline. So I'll get my ruler and I'll make another construction line to here. And I will draw my pyramid's corner crease line from here to there. And that completes that drawing. Okay? This line represents this corner. This front line here on the side view represents this crease. This line represents the edge of this plane. This line represents this corner and the widest point of the pyramid. This line represents this boundary of this flat back plane. This line represents the other. From the front, these lines represent these two creases, corners, and the widest point of my pyramid. This line represents the front crease, and of course, here we have our baseline all around. Okay? And that's it. Only thing that would be useful to show beyond here is that you would also could, if you wanted to, have had the 45-degree angle here and it works on any piece of information that's coincidental. So before we used the baselines. Now I could use the elevation. Since I have the elevation of the pyramid in this view, and I have it in that view, I could have come over to here. I could draw my 45-degree break line from this point instead, and where it ran into the baseline, intersected it, would mean I had now the distance for the baseline in this view if I hadn't already drawn it. So I could have drawn a line parallel to the elevation line, and you'll see that would have accurately given me the base. So 45 break line works from between any two views that you need to break across, and it begins, you can find a point upon which to start drawing that break line anywhere where you have coincidental information in the two views. In this case I had the baselines, so I knew I could find a point to begin or draw my 45 break angle from. Here I decided to use the elevation, which I already had between these two, 45, and I could use that to do the rest. Okay, so that's advanced enough for today. Of course there's more to it than this, but that'll do for today. Show you our finished drawing of our 5-sided pyramid. Thanks for watching.